Hello, everybody. Good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful morning today. It's very early in the morning. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. I'm sure some of you understand. There's just some nights that even though you're tired, you just can't sleep. So while I'm up, I was browsing around on Twitter and I found something of interest that has to do with Foodie Beauty and Nader. Before I get into it, let's go over the timeline of the things that have happened today relating to Chantal and Nader. So Chantal was live earlier today, and in Canada right now there are power outages. There's been some big storms. Some areas are without power. Some of them have just gotten their power back. But instead of Foodie waiting things out to see if the power would come back on within, say, an hour or two, she took it upon herself to do a community post where she was begging for money. And I showed the community post in my React video. You guys saw it, where she was telling people that she needed money for a hotel, for herself, Pete, and the cats. She made sure to mention the cats, using them as a way to get sympathy from people or to get more money out of people. Said she had to go to a hotel, even though there was no immediate need to go to a hotel. She was perfectly fine at home. She was in no danger being at home. All she would have to do is just simply go to bed, and perhaps in the morning the power would be back on. But rather than wait and see what would happen before she opened her mouth, she made sure to ask for that money right away, because allegedly, for whatever reason, she and Peach just had to go to a hotel. She made that post, and you guys saw the comments underneath that post. People were very ticked off. They were extremely ticked off. Uh, the majority of the comments pretty much said the same thing. A lot of people were saying, how can you come to us and ask us for money when you make a lot more than we do? This is ridiculous because you're going to get paid in a couple of days. Why not just sit tight and wait out the storm and everything will be okay? A lot of people were very, very angry, and rightfully so, because she wasn't out on the street. She had a home. Uh, all she had to do was just be patient and everything would be all right. But she asked for the money right away when she really didn't need it. Uh, Earlier in the day, she was talking in a live about needing to manage her money better. And then later on, Nader did his live. And in the live, he revealed that he had groceries delivered, about $300 worth. And isn't it funny that at the same time he did his live showing off his grocery haul, that was right about the same time that Chantal did her e-begging community post. You have to wonder if those two are linked together. Nader's got a whole bunch of groceries, and Chantal's over on her side saying, I am flat broke. I don't even have money for a hotel room, and I need you guys to help me out. So he did his live, and something happened in his live that was very, very interesting. And a lot of people caught it. And this thing that people caught has since been edited out of his live stream, because the cooking live that he did, it ended very abruptly. It wasn't like he said goodbye and the live ended. It was like the camera was cut off. And the reason why the camera was cut off is because Nader wasn't thinking and he said something he shouldn't have said. And Dee Dee tried to cover it up. And so the camera was cut off because they knew they were busted. So let me just go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's Twitter. There's my friend Shenanigans. She posts different clips and stuff. So let me just blow it up so you guys can see his picture. Before I do, let's read this comment. Random Nothing says, busted. Chantal made it to Dee Dee's at exactly 3 hours, 17 minutes, and 59 seconds. Someone said, help Chantal. She has no power. And he said, no, she was here. Language barrier meaning she's here. At 3 minutes, 15 seconds, you can hear Chantal walk in and you can hear her keys. He then adjusts his jacket with metal and starts to smile because she has arrived. So even before he touches his jacket, before he grabs the sides of his jacket, he starts shaking them around and being kind of obvious that he's making a bunch of noise. You hear the sound of metal keys. And then once the noise happens, he grabs his jacket and just starts shaking it about, and he starts smirking for some reason. I mean, he has a very strange look for whatever reason. Let me go ahead and play the clip for you guys so you guys can see and judge for yourselves. See that? You heard that noise, and then directly after he hears it, he makes a point to shake his jacket around and clear his throat, and he's smirking the entire time like he knows he's covering something up. It looks very shisty. It doesn't look natural.
I need to be out of the phone.
So he says in a clip, he says, Chantal was here. Chantal was here. Let's play this.
Nader gave Chantal some money.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat were saying she just posted a community post. She says her power is out. Please give her some money to help her out. Nader comes back with, no, she's here. Or he says she was here. Either way, it's bad because first he says she was here. So that means Chantal went to Nader's house. If that's what he means, he's saying that she was there. And was it her that was dropping off the groceries? He says he got the groceries Ubered, but neither one of them have gotten paid from YouTube yet. So where would he get the money to pay for the Uber to deliver groceries? Like, where's that money coming from? Except Chantal. Or was it Chantal that bought the groceries and bought it to him, and that was his Uber? She was the Uber bringing the groceries. So she went to Nader's, I guess, dropping off groceries, and that's how he got all that bunch of food that he cooked with tonight. So if that's not what he meant, if he meant she is here, well, then that's just as bad because that means she's there. She made a point to tell people, I need money for a hotel room for myself, Pete's, and the cats. Here's what's odd about that. She has said herself that BBJ gets very anxious when it comes to car rides. The last time she put BBJ in her carrier was when she took the cat to the vet, and the cat was so stressed out that she messed on herself. Y'all remember that? Chantal knows this about BBJ, that her coming out of the house, being put in the carrier, stresses her out. So why wouldn't she leave the cat at the house where it would be the most comfortable? Why is she making a e-begging post suggesting that she's going to put BBJ in the carrier and take her somewhere, knowing that she's going to be very upset? She might become ill. And she knows how Nader feels about Pete's. So does anybody think that Nader is going to be cool with Chantal staying in a hotel room with Pete's when he can't even stand the fact that Pete's has his own room in the villa? And even though he and Chantal aren't doing anything, he doesn't like Pete's even being that close to Chantal. And Chantal's all about doing whatever Nader tells her to do. She doesn't want to make him angry. So Nader's not going to be cool with Pete's and Chantal being in a hotel. Right? This whole thing with Chantal tonight. Yes, there are power outages in her area. But I was also reading that where she lives in Orleans, the power was back on by midnight. So it was not going to be off for 3 days. Her power has already been restored. But Chantal was jumping the gun, immediately asking for money when she didn't need it. Well, let's play this so you can judge for yourselves what was going on.
But couldn't Nader give Chantal some money? Their ball went out. You know she was here. Chantal was here.
See, it cuts off. That was the original ending. That ending no longer exists on the live stream. It got edited out. He says Chantal was here. And then Dee Dee tries to cover for him saying, oh, she was in the chat? And then it ends. Why does it end? Why does it end like that? You know, when you try to cover something up like that, it just makes it more visible. You guys realize that, right? Yeah. So by trying to cover this up, Nader, Chantal, you just made it more visible. People noticed. Now, after people found that clip, after it's been shared on Twitter, and people were making comments on Nader's video that, hey, we just busted you too. We just busted you. You've been caught again, like we caught you at the motel. Suddenly, Chantal does this community post about 31 minutes ago, and it says, crisis averted. We finally have power. 12 hours, no power and no CPAP. Thank you to the hard workers who worked diligently through the night to restore power to the villa. I'm going to try and sleep, but if I can't, I'll go live for a bit. I appreciate those who sent help, but I should have waited. Please charge back as additional funds will not be required. If you cannot figure it out, message me on PayPal. If you do not want your donation back, I will most certainly not use it on wheelchairs and paneer. See you later, guys. She promises she won't use it for wheelchairs and paneers, but she did not say she would not use it on Nader. Notice that? She did not say, I promise I won't give it to Nader either. She conveniently left that out. So she had no intention of going to a hotel with Pete's and the cats. Isn't it funny that she did her e-begging post, and then as soon as she did, she disappeared? And I feel it's because she set that up and she had a 2-hour drive to Montreal. So she was hoping that by the time she got there, there'd be a little extra money in her account so her and Nader could go clubbing, because during his live, he talked about going clubbing. Well, you need money to go clubbing. So let's just milk the beezers for a little bit of money so we can go have a good time. And once people started to put the pieces together, that there was no crisis. She was fine. She was going to get paid in a couple of days. It was an obvious grift. Suddenly, there's no crisis. Oh, we now have power. Now she's trying to play helpful Helen and do your chargebacks, and if you need help, then message me. I'm not one to tell people what to do with their money. If you're someone you gave money to Chantal, it's your money. You can do as you like. But just understand that she did not need your money. She never needed it. She's going to get a big check tomorrow. She didn't need the money. She was in no danger. She was not outside in the elements. It is not like she's in the dead of winter and there's a blizzard going on. She just wanted to go hang out with Nader. And she wanted to do it on somebody else's dime. Follow the timeline. The live stream that she did today, she was talking about, oh, I got to manage my money better. Followed by Nader doing his live, and suddenly he's got a whole crap ton of groceries. Followed by her e-begging post, followed by people busting the two of them, followed by her trying to cover up her tracks by saying, oh, we're fine now. Yeah, looks really funky, Chantal. I hope a lot of people see through this. Hope a lot of people see through it. She shouldn't have been asking for money. It's not even been 24 hours since, her power went out. She had no reason to ask. But she did, because she was testing the waters to see how gullible people were. See if anybody would send her anything. So she tested the waters. She and Nader got caught. And she knows she got caught. So now she's playing helpful Helen. And, oh, take your money back. I don't want it. I don't need it. Oh, she wanted it. It's just that she got busted taking it. Now she's got to give it back, because something like this would tank her whole channel. Anyway, what are your thoughts, everybody? What do you think about all this? What do you think about somebody who makes 10K plus a month? This person who claims that she's going to go apartment hunting tomorrow, and yet a day or two before payday, she has the audacity to ask people who make far less than she does for their hard-earned money, just because she wants to go hang out with Nader and they want to go clubbing, and payday hasn't happened yet. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. So thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day. Bye-bye.